Hey there, YouTube. How's it going out there? So, as you see, I pretty much moved this to a new channel because I wanted that channel to mainly be focused on writing, and I know I've said that a lot for that channel. So, that's basically going to be like my writing channel here forward. So, if you happen to stumble across this channel, um, definitely go to my uh, I think it's I think it's just under Robert Johnson, and it'll pull up that channel. So, but without further ado, if you're not here for the writing, then you're obviously here to hear the music and hear the music reviews. So I figured, since I listen to a lot of hip hop music, a couple stuff old school HHH or old school 3H, old school hip hop head. So uh, here it is. I'm not gonna be doing all like hip hop head music. I'm gonna be doing, like, modern day music as well too. And starting this review off with Goldlink uh, Diaspora. Um, I'm sorry, I got limited technology, y'all, so I can't really post it up on the screen. So you gotta bear with me. Yep. So yeah, this is the album. I just got done listening to it. 14 tracks, 40 minutes worth of music. So um, now I was late getting on the Gold Link train. I think earlier this year is when I actually started listening to Gold Link, like last month. I think it was last month I started listening to him. So when I started listening to Gold Link, his Diaspora album had already came out. Um, and I'm just now listening to Diaspora, so I'm late. I'm late on everything Goldlink. So I listened to the first album I actually listened to by him was what was that one? It was like his first album. After that, we didn't talk. Yeah, and after that, we didn't talk. So that was the first Goldlink project I ever listened to, and I heard reviews about it. I was watching some people's reviews. It wasn't getting really good reviews. Um, and then upon listening to the album, man, I thought the album was good. I think there was probably maybe a few tracks on it I didn't like. I'd say maybe 3 songs on the album I didn't like. I could do without, really, but um, I don't know. He just kind of reminded me of like an old school, like, 90s R&B singer, except he raps on his stuff too. So he kind of does a mixture. And he definitely does that in here too, on Diaspora. He pretty much just kind of blend rapping with singing. So he's kind of like Drake a little bit, but I feel like he's a little different. Um, but I definitely that's actually my heavy rotations thing. So, let's see, Spotify, heavy rotation. There it is. That's right, my heavy rotation. Right next to Blue. Good to be home. So, yeah. I really, again, I like Gold Links after that, and after that we didn't talk. Again, it was one of my. I won't say like it was one of my favorite albums. I didn't love the album. Again, it was a few songs I just skip over. I could do without. Um, So going into this album, I wasn't really sure um, what was going on. I kind of skipped his album before this one too. I think the other one, I'm gonna listen to that one too. Um, what was it called? At What Cost? So I actually have never heard that album. Again, I was pretty late to Goldlink. Some people at work was telling me about Goldlink, and I know I heard about him in passing. Again, I listened to a couple of reviews. Anthony Fantano, shout out to Fantano. Um, and I know he was getting pretty low reviews there, so I didn't bother to listen to him until, again, earlier this year. And I kind of disagree. I actually did like that album. It really wasn't a bad album. Um, I know I was like I think that might have been on like his worst list too, or something like that. I didn't think it was that bad, really. And so with this album, I was a little curious because I wasn't sure between. So okay, so between uh, uh, what was it? And after that, we didn't talk. And this album, um, and I know albums don't usually stay the same because this album is different in many aspects, production wise. Like the beats are definitely different. Of course, I want you to, change and venture and stuff. It's kind of like, me writing a book, and I just kind of write the same, I kind of write the same story. After I catch on, like, okay, man, this is the same story. You're just repackaging it different. So, with this album, gotta say, man, there are some features on here. Uh, okay, so I really do like. I think Goldlink to me is more of a singer than a rapper, in my opinion. Um, and I think that's the one complaint. That was one of the other complaints I had about his other album. I just think he's more of a singer than a rapper. Um, my problem is when he starts rapping, he starts drifting. He's just rapping after a while. Like he's just kind of like, it's like, okay, man, what are you talking about? Like he'll start telling a story and he'll just start rapping about haters and these dudes can't mess with me and stuff like that. And that's, after a while, it's kind of like, all right, man, really, like I don't know where you're going with this. So thankfully he didn't do that as much in here, but I still felt this was a pretty inconsistent album, if you ask me. Like it started out good, like I don't know what the error intro was all about. That was a little weird to me. It sounded like somebody was running and then heavy breathing, and I'm just like, what's going on? And then it goes to the song "Joke Ting," um, which that's a catchy little dance too, and I liked it. It was a nice little dance song. Uh, let's see here. So, and basically, oh yeah, so the lyrics. So basically, um, so on Joke Ting, he basically talks about like how he's just trying to have a good time, and dudes coming up messing with him and his crew, and he's like, look, we'll mess you up, we're just trying to sit up here, we're trying to dance, we're trying to have a good time, and y'all trying to mess this up for us. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty cool little song. Like the instrumental on it a lot. It had like a smooth little. It was just like a smooth, like a little dance song in it, and this is actually kind of the whole album. It's like a sort of smooth little like dance tracks on here. It's a little bit more poppy this time around though than after that we didn't talk. Definitely a more poppy, more upbeat, positive type album. Uh, Especially when you get into songs like Maniac, and he's talking about how he's trying to make millions for his kids, so his kids can have some money, basically. Uh, so he's basically telling you, watch out, he's on the come up. Uh, and then I think this is where the album got a little spotty for me after Maniac. I didn't really like Days Like This. I don't know how people felt about that song. This song didn't really connect to me, and I've heard the album twice, and I just don't. It didn't resonate with me too well. I didn't really like the song, and I actually sat there and listened to the lyrics. The lyrics are fine. I think that's my problem with this album too. Is I just felt like the production suffered a little bit. The production on this, I don't think it was that strong. It didn't, because like on my first listen of his first album, I was like, oh, okay, wow, okay, I don't see why people said this is a bad album. This is pretty solid. It's not great, but it's not bad. I don't feel like I really got that feeling too much throughout this album. Let's say it was a really spotty album. There were some songs that were good, and then there were some songs that were just like, ugh. And it was just some really weird choices in this album. Zulu Screams, I still trying to process what that was. Um, I thought More was actually good. The first time I heard More, I didn't like it, and then the second time I went through the album, I actually do like that song. Um, and then again, this is where the album starts showing a little inconsistency. Coke White featuring Pusha T, which I do like Pusha T's verse. I mean, Pusha T's verse, his pen is amazing. Like, that dude's pen is great. I mean, on my other channel, I reviewed the Bandana album by Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. Like, Pusha T's verse on Palmolive, amazing on that too. But I really like his verse on this. He had a line on there too. I didn't catch it on my first listen, but I caught the second listen. I was like, "Ooh, that was pretty good." It's a line where Pusha T says, "What does he say?" He says something about chain links, and he talks about a chain link, and the Pusha and Goldlink, and he plays on Goldlink's name, talking about the Goldlink necklace and how the verses come full circle. So that was pretty nice. I like that. Like, Pusha T is amazing with the pen. What can you say? It's Pusha T. Coke White was cool. I only really liked Pusha T's verse. He only had one verse on there, and Goldlink did the other two verses. And I wasn't really crazy, because you know what I said about his rapping. I'm not too crazy about Goldlink's rapping as I am about his singing. But I thought that song was okay. It was cool. Like I said, Pusha T made that song. I like You Say with Tyler, the Creator. Although I felt like Goldlink was buried on that song because I was barely paying attention to him. I think the one verse that woke me up was Tyler, the Creator's verse, because Tyler, the Creator, he jumps on an album, he jumps on a track, and he just takes it over, and you have to follow up with that. Like, you just have to. I've always said Tyler, the Creator is a really good rapper. Like, he's honestly a really good rapper. I've argued with friends about him, but I'm like, you know, if you really listen to Tyler, the Creator, he's actually a really talented rapper. So that song was cool. Yard, I think that's actually the worst track on the album. I didn't. Again, it's the instrumental, the hook, it fell apart. Actually, I think a lot of this album fell apart. I think this is around the time where the album just took a nosedive. Didn't like Spanish Song. Didn't like No Lie. Tiff Freestyle was okay. I didn't like Rumble, and Swoosh was average. So, I mean, that is a lot of songs on here I don't like. I'm sorry people like this album. If you like this album, that's cool, man. I just, again, we all have opinions here. But again, like, I really wanted to get in, like, I was really getting into Goldlink with his first album. I was like, okay, this is actually good. I'm gonna have to go listen to his other stuff. And then again, I didn't listen to his last album. I've heard mixed things about his last album, so I definitely want to check it out, because there's people who didn't like his first album. I like his first album. I still have that album on repeat. Like, I love that album. Like I said, except for a few songs on there that I skip, but yeah, as far as Diaspora goes, this is a backseat from his first album. Again, like, it just didn't connect with me. It didn't resonate with me that well. I didn't really think that. I thought a lot of the instrumentals weren't that good, to be honest. I was kind of hoping for more of a standout track. It's funny because, like, even that album had some standout tracks on it. The song Unique, Zippera, like, he has some standout tracks on that album. This one, there weren't that many. Like, there was nothing that jumped out at me. There was just songs here that I liked. It's like, there's songs on here I'll actually come back for. I'll come back for Joke Tank. I'll come back for Maniac. I'll come back for More, and You Say, and maybe Tiff Freestyle. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I pretty much don't like half this album. Like half this album I do like, half of it I don't like. And then like I said, after You Say, that's when it just petered out. Um, so it's yeah, man. I Again, I don't like this album as much as I liked his first album. And after that, we didn't talk. But I mean, it's again, this it's really not a it's not a bad album. Just compared to what I've heard from this guy, I I was a little disappointed. I was a little let down. I'm not gonna lie. So that's pretty much it. I'm just looking at the track list. My eyes are down. But yeah. So that's what I thought about Goldlink's Diaspora. I thought it was halfway good. I thought it wasn't. Yeah, I don't know if I should make a rating system or not, but um, yeah. So that's what I pretty much thought about it. I thought it was okay. It's okay. Not. I don't think I'll go back to it except for the songs that I named. Um, and even that, I don't know how long we'll keep going back to those songs. So yeah, definitely. That's my review. That's my opinion for this album. Um, again, maybe some of you actually liked it. If you did, leave comments. Tell me what you thought about this album. But that is it for me. If you like this review, you can like, comment, subscribe below. Please hit that button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. Hit that thumbs up like, and I will see you in the next video.